Okay. Uh, Good afternoon, everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We meet again today in State Philosophy class or Pancasila class. For today, we will continue our discussion last week about Pancasila as the ideology of the state. Last week, we have learned about the definition of ideology and several world ideologies like Nazism, fascism, Bushido, and also liberalism, Marxism, and also religious ideologies. And for today, I will explain to all of you about Pancasila and other world ideologies. We need to know exactly to which ideological group Pancasila belong to. If we have a look at the fourth principle of Pancasila, there is democracy, or in Indonesia we call it kerakyatan. And the fourth principle is the essence, the essence of Indonesian model of democracy, which use deliberation to reach consensus. And also in second principle, Pancasila also respects human rights with humanity values and also civilized, a just and civilized humanity. And democracy and human rights are elements that also we could found these elements in the ideology of liberalism. Okay, next to there is also the concept of social equality, which is in the fifth principle, social justice for all Indonesian people. And if we take a look at the concept of classless society in the ideology of communism, it's also almost similar to this, the concept of social equality, social equality, which also uh, similar to social justice for all Indonesian people. But however, the method is different. The method to reach the social justice is different. If the communism using revolution, but in Pancasila we are using another kind of method. And the defined value in the first principle of Pancasila is one of the main elements in religious ideology. So, because of all of that evidences, we could make a conclusion, that Pancasila is a synthesis of the world's great ideologies, which are liberalism, communism, and religion. Probably uh, socialism, liberalism, socialism, the soft the soft type of communism, and religion. Okay, we continue to. Uh, we also could consider that Pancasila is an open ideology, because if we have a look at the uh, several characteristics of Pancasila, Pancasila is a collection of values and ideals, which are extracted from the culture and customs of Indonesian nation, people of archipelago society. We could have a look at the Tan Malaka's writing in his book Masa Aksi. He also testified that in ancient Minangkabau society, one of the society in Sumatran island, there was also the traditional government, which led by the representatives of the people, which called Dato or Penghulu. This leader was elected. Yeah, this leader were elected by the people, and they rule under certain laws. The law derived from the highest power, which called mufakat, and this is obtained from legislation in one meeting or from rapat. Okay, let's continue to another. And also another reason that Pancasila is an open ideology is the basis of the Pancasila ideology is not the belief of a group of people, but the result of deliberation or an agreement of the Indonesian people. The five principles of Pancasila contain the five values which are consensus. So Pancasila is a national consensus. Pancasila is agreed by the all of the Indonesian people, uh, and the representative of Indonesian people, which were our founding father. Yeah, they both agreed that Pancasila is the ideology of the nation and the state. And the content of the Pancasila uh, is not technical or is not particular, but is general and universal. And therefore, we have to elaborate, yeah, if we want to implement Pancasila every time. So it always adapts to the times. However, if we have a look at the implementation of Pancasila under the new order government, we could also find the similarity between Pancasila and close ideology. So the implementation of Pancasila under the new order government almost similar with the characteristic of close ideology. First, we could take a look at the law number 30, 1985. According to this law, Pancasila became the sole principle for all social and political organization. So it's quite uh, uh, it's quite needs some loyalty. So uh, all the member of the nation have to be loyal to Pancasila. But pros and cons at the time was emerged, and but however the power of the new order became stronger. And after becoming president of Indonesia, Soeharto then issued a presidential instruction concerning the writing and reading of Pancasila. It has to be according to which was stated in the preamble of the 1945 Constitution. So this is almost similar with the characteristic of open ideology, uh, which is it needs loyalty. It's quite strict. It's quite uh, steep, steep and strict. So, at the General Assembly of the People's Consultative Assembly in 1978, President Soeharto then submitted a proposal to MPR about the guideline, appreciation and implementation of Pancasila. So this is also similar with one of the characteristic of the close ideology, which is not general but also uh, technical. Yeah. The Pancasila becoming technical ideology because there was a guidance to implement Pancasila, and this is also similar with the characteristic of the close ideology. Yeah. Uh, it's really technical. Yeah. It's not general but technical, particular, and also needs loyalty from the member of the society. Okay, and it's also in history. Yeah, in history, we could also find that there were also several groups, yeah, burning the books, yeah, that considered as a communist books by the name of Pancasila. They are burning the books on with or with their belief, that this is also their action also based on Pancasila. Okay, for the assignment, please uh, each group have to write a synopsis of the film The Book Thief, one to two 2 pages long, minimum 1 page, and also please write a comparison between Nazism and Pancasila. You could use any kind of sources, yeah, online or printed sources. Okay, I think that's all, yeah, for today. See you in the Zoom meeting. If you have any question, you could deliver it in the Zoom meeting. Thank you for your kind attention. Yeah. Good afternoon. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.